Hello everyone and welcome back to Java Forever course. Currently we are learning Introduction to Functions, and in today's class we will learn about method chaining. Method chaining is another shortcut used by programmers, and the functionality is supported by programming languages such as Java or even in Python. The concept of, as I said, it is a shortcut. So the whole idea is write minimal lines of code. Taken this example where we are writing, we are accepting a integer value from user. I have shortened the code here. I omitted the code that creates the SC objects, scanner SC equal to new scanner, and in the parentheses we write system.in. You have already seen that in the previous class, chapters. Right now here, this method, next int, as you can see it's with parenthesis, will return an integer value, and we are storing it in the x, and data type of x is integer because it will return an integer value. And then in the next statement, we are printing that value. When we print it, whatever user has entered, it will be printed on the screen. Now these two lines of code can be combined in a single line using system.out.println, and in the parenthesis where we passed x, we can simply say sc.nextInt. Now these two lines are combined into a single line just as a matter of style. You can, in the beginning, I don't recommend students to write in a single line. You can write two separate lines, it's perfectly fine, much more readable. But you should also know that it is perfectly all right to write in a single line. What really happens is the innermost part, the code, runs first, and then output of this becomes input to print method. So here you will see we did sc.nextInt, output went to x, and then we are printing x here. Similarly, the sc.nextInt will return, it is just that we are not storing it in a variable and then printing that value of the variable. We are letting Java do that. The output of sc.nextInt becomes input to system.out.print, and that value is printed finally. There is no limitation on how many levels or layers of chaining you can do. You can do x dot some, and then inside you can say y dot. My bad. Actually, I should say, I can say x dot method 1, and this one will take parameter like y dot some method 2, and that may take z dot method 3, like this. But what will really happen is the innermost function will execute first, output will become input to this, and output of this will become input to this, and then finally this will return a value. That is how chaining of methods work. You should know this because many times when you read somebody else's code, he or she may have written or utilized or used several layers of chaining, and at that point of time you should feel comfortable understanding the code. You can take this code and split into 3 lines. If I have to take this code and reverse engineer or this part of the code, I can first say some variable, let's say a equal to z dot m3, assuming this is a method. Then I'll say y dot method 2, and then I'll say a. Remember, I was passing z dot m3 here, which is a, and a goes in here. And then finally I can say x dot method 1, and then I'll say, let's say this is in B, so, and this is in C. I'll say B, I'll pass B here, so this B goes in here. So the output of z dot m3 is stored in a becomes input to y dot method 2, the output is B becomes input to x dot method. So these 3 lines of code is written in single line above here. You can write any way you want, whatever you feel comfortable. I always recommend in the beginning to go in a regular fashion. That's all in this class. You will have some questions and quizzes to solve. As I always mention, there is no better way to learn coding than practice. I treat coding as math. The way you learn math is similar way you learn coding. Happy practicing. See you guys again in the next class.
Thanks for watching. Do subscribe and press the bell icon for more videos.